Today we're going to have the top 10 world geography quiz. If you can answer 5 of the 10, that makes you a geography expert. So let's get straight into it. Andrew.
Jason.
My first geography question is, what is the shortest distance in kilometers between Russia and the United States of America?
Okay. Well, Russia and Alaska is...
That would be where to look, exactly.
Where to look. And because we did do something around that area in one of our previous videos, I'm going to say somewhere around the Aleutian Islands.
Yes, that's approaching that.
And I'm going to guess, because I don't know the answer to this, but I'm going to guess, let's say 50 kilometers.
That's a good guess. The answer is 4. 4 kilometers is the shortest distance between Russia and the US.
So is it in that area?
Absolutely right. And Russia has an island called the Big Diomede Island, and the US has one called the Small Diomede Island, which are right next to each other, and that is the distance of 4 kilometers.
That wouldn't play well in America, would it?
No, it wouldn't like the size thing.
No.
But that's where it is.
Yeah.
So 4 kilometers apart, and just a bit of trivia, they're 21 hours apart because it cuts the international date line.
Right. And that part of the world, the date line sort of goes around.
Yeah.
That's why otherwise it should be 23.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the first question.
Yes.
The shortest distance between Russia and the US is 4 kilometers. Question 2.
Question 2. Tick, 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 tick.
Which country has the most number of islands?
Which country?
Yes.
Well, there's a whole lot of islands in the Aleutians. There's a whole lot of islands to do with Hawaii.
Yes.
There's a lot of little islands around Florida and the Keys, I believe. And so America's got a lot of islands. Canada's got a heap up in the north. Iceland has a heap, but they're all covered in ice.
Still islands, though.
Philippines have a ton of them. And there's probably a heap around the Nordic countries, I would have thought. Like Finland, Norway, Sweden. I'm thinking they've got a heap. I'm going to go with Philippines, though.
Good answer, because they have tons. This country has 267,000 islands. You heard that right. 267,000
Do they
islands.
count every grain of sand as an island?
I don't think they count it that small. But of those 267,000, under 1,000 are habitable. So that gives you an idea about the size.
Still a lot.
Yeah, it's Sweden.
Wow, okay.
So you were right to talk about the Nordics.
Yeah.
Sweden with 267,000. Norway second was 239,000. And Finland third with 178,000.
I didn't have any idea that those three were that heavy with islands.
Yeah.
I knew they had islands, but not that many. Okay.
All right. Well, the next question, question 3 is unusual.
Oh, yeah.
Do deserts sing?
I don't know. Pass. Pass. I don't know.
Deserts sing.
Right.
Around the world, because when the sand shifts down the sand dunes, according to the saturation, the type of granules, they emit a low hum, which can be heard 4 miles.
So this is the grinding of crystal against crystal.
Crystal to crystal down a slope, and it makes this incredible sound.
Okay. Okay.
So deserts do sing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wind sings as well, doesn't it, when it goes through. So look, yeah, there's all sorts of things can make noises. Yeah.
Quite an incredible sound, apparently.
Yeah, okay.
And we'll play a bit for someone here because there's lots of recordings of them. It's
okay.
Quite an unusual sound indeed. Number 4. Name me the only 2 countries in the world that are double landlocked. So I'll just define double landlocked in case the audience here doesn't quite think what that is. So a landlocked country is a country that has no sea border, right? No water border, because all the countries around it block it off, right? So a double landlocked country is a country that is surrounded by countries only, and those countries that surround it are surrounded by countries, hence double landlocked. And there are 2 in the world. Would you like to hazard a guess?
I know one of them because we covered this in another video.
We did.
Liechtenstein.
Correct. Absolutely.
So
Liechtenstein is a double landlocked
Yeah.
country because it's landlocked by Austria and Switzerland, which themselves are landlocked. That's great. So that is correct. And you know from that, because that was a European geography one, that this next one can't be in Europe.
That's right.
So it is in Asia. I'll give you that.
Okay, because I was about to say it's probably in Africa. So I clearly don't know the answer. I'm going to have to. All right, I'll have a quick guess. Hang on, let me see if I can figure. Pakistan, no.
Well, what you've said, it is a stan. So you can pick your stans. I think I should just tell you because there's so many. It's Uzbekistan.
Okay.
And I'm not joking. It is surrounded by landlocked countries of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Turkmenistan. So it's get your stands right, or stans right.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible.
Yeah.
So that was question 4.
Okay.
Question 5 is, there's only one place in the world where there's a quadripoint for 4 countries. Now, quadripoint is this one place or area
where borders,
where there's 4 borders on countries. Now, it's not exact to the exact dot, but it's near enough to say this is a quadripoint. So can you name those 4 countries?
Gee, I'm struggling. I can't even begin to think.
I'll give you the continent. It's in Africa. Does that help you at all?
No.
How about I tell you it includes Zimbabwe as one?
Okay. South Africa?
No. The 2 Zs of the only 2 Z countries.
Zaire?
Which is now Democratic Republic of Congo, I think. Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Namibia.
I was going to say all of those.
I know you were. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And on the screen you can see it. I mean, it's just one area where all 4 countries come together. It's the only place in the world that has that. It's quite amazing. Okay, so that was question 5. And question 6 is, what is the only country in the world that of which all 4 hemispheres go through? So that's north and south, east and west. So in other words, the equator cuts through it, and the Greenwich meridian either at the front or the back cuts through it. There's only one country in the world. So unless you know this country, I think it's going to be a tricky one.
No, got me. Pass.
So it's Kiribati.
Yeah, I would not have got
They wouldn't have known that. So on the equator,
Yep.
north and south, and the Greenwich meridian on the back is the 180 meridian, and that cuts through east and west. So Kiribati is the only country that is intersection in 4 hemispheres.
Jason, when you did this kind of thing to me before, I had a much better hit rate. I
You
just want
did.
to point that out. And the only times I've been really good here is when you've asked the same question again.
Well, here's one I think you do know the answer
Okay.
to. Question
Please.
7.
Question 7. Hit me.
What's the world's largest desert?
Well, we've got a really big load of desert in Australia, but
We do.
I think Sahara is probably bigger.
Sahara is number 3
Okay.
at 3.5 million square.
Where does Simpson
meters.
Desert fit? Or does
Not
it?
in the top 3.
Okay.
I'll tell you something about the Sahara that will give you a clue.
Okay.
Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world.
Oh. Are we talking about Antarctica?
We are.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Yeah, okay.
You got it.
Yeah, well, there was that hot thing that gave it away.
Yeah. So that has a square meterage of 5.4 million. Sorry, the Arctic is number 2 at 5.4.
Qualifies it as a desert? Because that, I think a lot of people won't.
It's the precipitation.
Right.
That does it, not the fact it's hot and arid. It's the precipitation level that does it. So the largest one is the Antarctic at 5.5 million. The Arctic's just behind it at 5.4. And the Sahara is the one where you'd normally guess at 3.5. So that kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Because I get a lot of Saharan desert sand dust, or the really fine sand, even in places like the UK.
Do they?
Yes.
Do they really? It blows that far?
Yeah, and the Netherlands as well. Yeah.
Wow. I never knew that. I'll look out for it next time I'm there.
Saharan dust is a mixture of very small sand and dust particles from the Saharan desert. You are more likely to see Saharan dust in the UK in winter if there are mild and unsettled conditions combined with a stronger jet stream, which helps to transport the dust to the UK. For dust to get back down to the ground, it needs to be washed out of the sky by rain. As raindrops fall, they collect particles of dust on the way. When raindrops land and eventually evaporate, they leave behind a fine layer of red dust.
Okay, here's one I think you know the answer to. What country is directly south of Detroit, Michigan?
Oh, okay. I do know this one. And a famous Ford engine was named after the town or the city. It's Canada.
It is
country.
Canada.
And the city is Windsor.
That's
Ontario.
right.
Yeah.
Windsor, Ontario is directly south of Detroit, Michigan.
I do know.
So when you cross the bridge, you're into Canada, which is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to see that on the map, which you're looking at right now, to understand how that works.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem logical. You'd think
You wouldn't think so.
Caribbean country or South American country and things. So that's question 8. Well done on that. That's excellent. Okay, question 9 is a really interesting one. If you were in Norway and you wanted to get to North Korea, not that you'd want to, you'd need a visa, of course,
Right.
but Norway to North Korea, and let's say you were walking or driving a car, what is the least number of countries you could go through to get from Norway to North Korea?
Well, you want to go through some big countries because you go through a whole lot of little countries. Because if you were to go through the European route, Norway would lead to Sweden, Finland, and around through the Baltic states, through to Poland, Germany. We're clocking up a lot that way. And then where do you go? But if you go, Norway, right? Norway does have a small border with Russia.
It does. Tiny little border.
With Russia. So Russia's the biggest country in the world. So I'm thinking that's the way to go.
That's a good clue.
And Russia, I don't know if Russia has a border with North Korea, but China does, and Russia has a border with China. So I'm thinking 2 countries, Russia and China. How's it sound?
So 2 countries. That's a really good guess. You've done the right way round. So Norway does bend around on top of the Scandinavian countries and has that tiny border with Russia. So you enter Russia from Norway, and if you drive around, a lot of the border is towards the east with China. But again, like Norway, with that tiny little border, there's a tiny little border with North Korea. With Russia.
Right.
So, in other words, the minimum countries you would travel through is 1, which is Russia between Norway and North Korea. It's a long, long way to go. It's at both ends of the extreme for Russia. 1 country. Quite amazing.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you want to defect from North Korea, go to Norway. It's the easy thing to do. It's only 1 country.
That's very true. Yeah. So I like your thinking.
Thank you.
And the last question I've got for you, and this is question number 10. I'd like you to tell me the oldest existing border between 2 countries, anywhere in the world.
Oldest existing border between...
That hasn't changed, right?
It hasn't changed.
Yeah. Not that it was... Yeah, it's the border.
So this is a physical land border. We're not talking about the difference between the UK and continental Europe, like France.
No, nothing like that.
No, we're talking about a land border.
A physical land border, yeah. Which continent do you think you'd be thinking of? Europe, absolutely. Small country as well.
Well, I don't think Switzerland was much of a federation a long, long, long time ago. So I think they had movable borders.
Yeah.
So it's not them.
It's not Switzerland. It's one we don't hear a lot about.
Vatican?
No, it's not the Vatican. But it's a good guess.
Not Andorra?
It is Andorra.
Okay.
Well done.
I was going to say San Marino or Andorra. So
yeah, San Marino would have been an interesting guess because that's old.
Okay.
But
I'm surprised actually. I just thrown that one up.
No. Established by a feudal charter in 1278. 1278. and it outdates the second longest border in the world by 20 years, roughly.
Which was?
Portugal and Spain, which I always thought was the oldest existing border,
Okay.
which was in 1297. That's been established and never moved since. So Andorra is the oldest border in the world. It's France and Spain, and Portugal the second with Spain.
There you go.
And that's the top 10. If you've managed to get 5 of those, you are a geography expert, as Andrew is.
Did I get more than 5? Did I get 5?
I didn't count up how many you had, but you did very well.
Okay. The count's on the screen.
Yeah, the count's on the
I
screen.
know what it is. I wasn't counting.
And that's our top 10.
Thank you so much, Jason. And if you have enjoyed watching this, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. It really goes a long way to helping our channel. And we will catch you next time.